Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with co-host James Mason, where our goal every day is to bring you insights and ideas into your daily trading activities. Good morning, James. How are you doing this morning? How was your weekend?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well also. You going to share your little monkey snapshot thing that you added to your profile?
Nope.
All right. Let's talk about stocks.
Yeah. Let's talk about some stocks. I'm pretty addictive to NFTs now. That is pretty safe to say right there. I actually have been up all night. I have not slept yet because I've been on OpenSea just digging through NFTs, looking to buy them.
It's quite the rabbit hole you went down today, then, or last night, or during the night.
Yesterday. Yeah, Todd, you should look into it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of a little. You know what? I'm actually not really tired. I just want to look at NFTs.
You're not tired now, but it'll hit you in a few hours where you'll be exhausted. So, what's going on in the market this morning?
I don't know, but I can tell you about some good NFTs, Todd. So, man, it's just crazy. It's a whole different world, and you need to check it out. You really do. And you need to just take your retirement money and just go in there and buy like one of the top NFTs. Like that one I sent you this morning that's going for $327,000. Man, wouldn't that be so cool to own, Todd?
Well, I could own like a maybe a hand of it or something.
Don't lie.
Maybe I'll own his hat.
Okay, let's not be so modest here, Todd.
Well, if I had your money, James, I'd burn mine. It'd be a really small fire, but
you're the one with the Porsche.
Yeah, it's a 20-year-old Porsche.
I don't have a Porsche.
No, but you got a really nice truck. I mean, like a really nice truck. Like a really nice truck.
Yeah, but
all right,
you have a Porsche.
Okay, they don't want to hear about our cars.
Okay, anyways. All right, so enough of the gossiping. All right, everybody. Dow futures are up 253 points. S&P 500 is up 21 points. And you know what? Let's start off with the overall market today. Let's see. Let me share my chart. All right. So at this moment, it kind of looks like we're forming a little bit of support in this range. And I pushed this out, or I'm pretty sure I pushed this out in a tweet to TTBB members. Basically, what I'm looking for here is a bounce somewhere right in here. It come up and get rejected probably around this $4,600 range. Really just anywhere right in here, bouncing off that middle Bollinger Band line. And then I'll be waiting to see if it's going to actually curl back over. Once it curls back over, that's when I'm going to be looking to start buying puts in a lot of stuff. Well, actually, probably like two things. Just in general, like a lot of stuff is going to just be selling off because of the overall market. Yeah, Todd, I might be a little tired. But anyways, let's see. So again, like I am expecting this bounce. We're already up 253 points for the Dow futures. And as this thing makes its way up here, I need to see it actually start getting rejected. Basically pressing up against that middle Bollinger Band line, holding that as a resistance, and then starting to curl back downward. And then that's when I'll actually make my entry. As of right now, like even though I feel like it's going to bounce which is how I trade, for me, it's not worth the risk of trying to swing some call options. And the reason why is, while I can make a great entry, whatever it may be today, with some call options and end up, being profitable with the trade, I would hate for this thing to actually not push back up, and I wake up like tomorrow morning and next thing you know, the market tanked. So that's why I am actually waiting for this setup to take place before I try to do anything here in general. And that's why I'm not even like trying to, catch this anticipated bounce. So for me, it's just waiting for that setup, entering it. And I really don't see a point in trying to play both sides in this. Like I just said, if I tried to swing some call contracts, my luck would be that I'd wake up tomorrow morning and they would be worthless. I've had that happen before.
Do you think we're going to see this dip in the market? We've already seen like a small percentage of dip right now. Do you think it's going to happen before Christmas, before the end of the year?
Oh, yeah. I think it's going to happen probably sometime this week, if not early next week.
All right.
So that's what I'm looking for with the overall market. So, Todd, let's go ahead and we'll get into CFVI.
Yeah, CFVI. I can't remember exactly. I think it might have been Brittany Hatley that called it out. It made a move Friday. It made another move up over 20% this morning. So walk us through the technical analysis.
All right. So if you guys remember when we first brought this up on the show, at first I was extremely bearish on it. But then I kind of, about 5 minutes into talking about it and actually, continuously just like reanalyzing this ticker, I kind of eased up on how bearish I was on this, and kind of started talking about with this share structure. And hold on a second, let me pull up some information on this thing. So started talking about like the share structure and whatnot, and how it kind of had me concerned with it being a SPAC and how these SPACs like to run. So if you guys do remember, that is why I kind of eased up on how bearish I was at first. And I did say that I expected that first gap up day to print a big red candle, but I kind of wanted to hold off. And I wanted to let that whole day go through just to give us some more data points to kind of see what we're playing with, going forward. Now, obviously, big red candle for that day. And then we kind of hit it up the next pre-market. And I said that my potential play would be waiting for that break above the highs on this big red candle. So pre-market, we have hit a high right here at 16.19. And what I will be looking for here, and again, guys, this is going to be pretty volatile, so just protect your counts. So let's see. So the high of this candle was 14.38. And again, we hit a high pre-market at 16.19. So hold on a second. Let me draw a line right here. I'm going to draw another line right there at 14.38. All right. So this is the high of that first day, that first big red candle. Now, what's going to kind of make this a little tricky, but also bring in the potential of this thing becoming a major runner is, and I hate to say this because everybody and their mom calls everything that pushes up a short squeeze. And like, I hate to even say it, but this thing could become a short squeeze. That's all I'm saying right now. But let me explain why I'm saying a short squeeze. And when I say a short squeeze, so many people have different definitions of short squeezes, and most of them are wrong. Also, too, they have crazy expectations with short squeezes. A short squeeze could literally just push up, a point. It's still a squeeze. If the bears are getting squeezed out, it's still a squeeze. Just because something doesn't, shoot up 100 points or anything like that, that does not just make it like a short squeeze. So, this thing right here, I mean, if the bears do start getting squeezed, I mean, there's no way to know how high this could go. Now, if we think back about DWAC, now, two different tickers, obviously, and fundamentally two different things going on, between, that stock and this one. But DWAC, it was getting squeezed out. That's really what was happening. And it started happening around that $20 range. So what I want to see here is now that we have enough data, like, I don't even care about getting in above 1438. I mean, it might be one of those things to where, because, and again, I'm just going to take a small position in this if this setup happens. So really, and I'll just say it, I usually don't talk about my position sizes, but I'm just going to take 500 shares. Again, smaller position size. But the reason why I'm doing it is I'm going to give it a significant amount of leadway to let it do its thing. Like with this 500 shares, with how volatile this thing could possibly get, I'm okay with taking like a $1,000 loss. So I know it sounds radical, and it is, to let this go 2 points against me in my potential trade if this even sets up. And again, guys, just because I'm saying this doesn't mean to follow this plan. I'm just approaching this differently because I do have a different risk tolerance, than everyone else. And also you guys have a different tolerance than the next person. But if I lose $1,000 in this trade, it's okay. It's not going to hurt my account. But with 500 shares, if this thing would do what I'm kind of, I don't want to say expecting it because I'm not that confident on it. I'm not confident enough to say that I'm expecting it, but it potentially could turn into something big. And the reason why I'm saying that is we don't have any updates yet on the short interest. We just rolled over into a new month, so a new different set of data for that. But there's a lot of bears who jumped into this thing and shorted it down. And with the way these institutions work, they usually don't just like hit it in one day and then just get out. Now, a lot of them might have started covering this following day because, I mean, that was a pretty significant green day right there. But I'm willing to bet that there were a decent amount of bears jumping back in this thing to try to short it down and swing it. And here we are. This thing is pumping up now. And this could be just a product of them covering as well. Because, let's see. Yeah, I don't see any news on this thing this morning. So I can't say for sure because there's no way to actually know, but I'm kind of willing to bet that this is just all the bears who are upside down, like trying to cover, but there's still going to be a decent amount in here short and upside down, and they haven't covered yet. So if we do get this bounce, and this is number one on my scanner right now, but if we do get to this bounce and start breaking above, I'm just going to say my entry is 1620. That's where I have it planned to take 500 shares. And I'm going to let that bad boy try to do something. So we'll see. Now, if that does happen, there's going to be a lot of bears trying to jump on this thing and take it down. Just so y'all know. I mean, if you cannot handle the level of volatility that these things bring like this, and if your account, basically what I'm saying is don't put your account into a situation to where you jump in and then next thing you know, your account is a little lighter. So
there's going to be bears, everything above 1450, 15. They're going to start to be joining the party then. So
yeah, but that's where it's going to become dangerous. And really though, it's going to be kind of dangerous for both sides. Kind of like a coin toss, if I'm just going to be honest here. That's why I'm only just planning to take 500 shares. If it breaks above that 1620, that will be my trigger price, and I'll let it ride if it does that. So it's just one of those standbys to see what it does. So let's take a look in the comments. Let's see what else we got. So ACET has a pretty nice push this morning.
Yeah, take a look at ISIG, Insignia Systems.
So the only thing I'm seeing in the news for them is it just says Insignia Systems Incorporated announces review of strategic, alternatives, whatever that means. All right. So this data got to be off. The data, there ain't no way. The data I'm getting here is saying 1.7 million shares. There's no way. Hold on.
I read that somewhere else also. That same
Really?
data. Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if I know the TTPB members know, will know what I'm talking about, but if you guys don't know, there's a lot of data manipulation going on in the stock market, and it is clearly being supported by the SEC and whatever other powers that be. So I don't want to jump on that train and start ranting about that. Wow, even Market Watch is saying 1.7. There's no way.
It's already traded 1.1 today.
If this thing had 1.7 million shares, it's saying, this data is all wrong. It's saying market cap is 8.7 million. You know what? I'm not even going to bother analyzing it. The data is all screwed up. I would not even trade this. I wouldn't trade this bullish. I'd probably short it. You're going to have a lot of people. That's what you're wanting, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, beautiful.
Good morning.
Thank you, baby.
John, I did see the news on Tesla. Possible whistleblower combined with Elon still selling shares equals big dip in Tesla. Big dip.
But the thing is, Elon is, he's just exercising options and selling those. It's really not as bad as what everybody thinks. That's my opinion on it, at least.
All right. About 8 minutes, under 8 minutes to the start of the market. Any final thoughts or anything else you want to chat about?
Yeah, about ISIG. If anything, I would just look me personally, I'd be looking at this short, and honestly, not to even try to take too much off it. We'll probably come back down. I hate that it's already pulling down, but we'll probably come back down to about 620 and start finding support somewhere around there. So let's take a quick look through the comments, see what we got going on.
Your microphone changed too.
Did it really? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's soft, low.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's not what it was like when we started the show.
Oh wow, that's weird. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So all right, yeah. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm just looking at the comments. All right. Yeah, so that is all I have for today. I'm not really looking at anything else. Got a few things moving just on some petty news, but other than that, just small cap market getting beat up overall, and the other market, the large market, just doing its craziness, trying to push back up. So, all right, everyone. So, Todd, do you have anything else?
No, be careful. Protect your capital. Have a good day in the market trading.
All right, everybody. So again, thank y'all for tuning in today. Remember to put that stop loss in. It is okay to stop out. It's definitely okay to stop out for profits. So trade safe, trade smart, and we will catch y'all in the next one.